Welcome to Headline to Heartline. In palace life, doors remember. If you thought Sarah Ferguson had finally run out of ways to make the holidays about herself, think again, because this episode is about three things colliding at once. A discreet palace christening that quietly put her back inside royal walls, a bruising holiday season after royal fallout, and a family verdict from her own mother that still hangs over everything. And while December is meant to soften stories with warmth and nostalgia, the York chapter right now feels sharp, unresolved, and impossible to dress up as festive. Just days ago, Andrew, Mountbatten-Windsor, and Sarah were reported to have attended a private christening at the Chapel Royal in St. James's Palace in London for Princess Beatrice's baby daughter, Athena. Andrew was said to arrive discreetly, avoiding public exposure, and Sarah appeared separately. The event itself is not the focus of today's episode, but it matters because it frames the question we are really asking. How do you spend the holidays after the institution has stepped back from you, but the family has not fully closed the door? Today, we are going to connect that moment to two fresh pieces of reporting. First, the claim that Sarah and Andrew will not have a terrible Christmas because Friends has stuck with them, even as they are kept out of the main royal holiday celebrations. And second, the resurfacing of a cutting assessment from Sarah's mother about why the marriage failed, a remark that sheds uncomfortable light on how fragile this entire arrangement may have been from the start. Let's place this clearly in time and context. It is December 2025. Sarah Ferguson, still widely known as Fergie, has been divorced from Andrew for years, yet they have remained unusually intertwined. For nearly 2 decades after their divorce, they lived together at Royal Lodge in Windsor, presenting themselves as a kind of post-marital unit. To some, that looked like loyalty. To others, it looked like refusal to accept that their royal chapter was over. Now the holiday season is forcing a change. According to recent reporting, this is expected to be their last Christmas at Royal Lodge. Andrew is said to be preparing to relocate to a different property on the Sandringham estate, described as run down and in need of significant work, while Sarah is reportedly looking for a place of her own. Whether framed as practical or symbolic, the timing could not be more telling. When Christmas becomes a farewell, it stops being sentimental and starts being revealing. The first report you shared leans heavily on reassurance. Royal biographer Andrew Lowney says that Sarah and Andrew will not have a terrible Christmas, emphasizing that they still have friends and support. The implication is that exclusion from the main royal gathering does not equal abandonment. They may host, they may be hosted, and they may surround themselves with people who have stayed loyal through years of controversy. But socially, reassurance is doing a lot of work here, because in royal terms, Christmas is not just a family holiday, it is a public statement of hierarchy and forgiveness. When someone is absent from that picture, the message travels far beyond the dining room. It signals who remains inside the official family story and who is being managed at arm's length. And then comes the second report, which strips away the holiday gloss entirely. In Lowney's writing, Sarah's mother, Susan Barantis, is quoted as saying that Andrew was kind and generous, but that he lacked character, and that if he had had more of it, the marriage might not have ended. It is a devastating sentence, not because it is loud, but because it is measured. It suggests that from inside Sarah's own family, the problem was not scandal or stress, but something more fundamental and more difficult to fix. That comment resonates now because it mirrors what many observers feel they are watching play out again, a relationship held together by habit and convenience rather than strength, now facing its final practical unraveling at the very moment when public sympathy is thinnest. This is also where Sarah's public image becomes central to the story. Sarah has long been criticized for blurring the line between vulnerability and performance. She has often appeared eager to reinsert herself into royal narratives, even when the public mood has clearly shifted. During the holidays, when people expect discretion and humility, that instinct can feel especially jarring. For some viewers, her presence near palace rituals, even quietly, reads less like family inclusion and more like a refusal to step fully out of the spotlight. Supporters will argue that Sarah has endured years of public humiliation and has every right to attend family events, particularly those involving her grandchildren. They will say that loyalty, especially during difficult seasons, is not something to apologize for. Critics will counter that being present is not the same as being welcomed, and that proximity does not equal rehabilitation. Like and subscribe. When you put all of this together, the picture of this holiday season becomes clear. The christening suggests private access without public endorsement, the Christmas reporting suggests comfort without status, and the mother's remark suggests that the roots of this situation run deeper than any single scandal or decision. This is what the holidays look like after fallout. Not exile, but contraction. Not silence, but careful management. Fewer rooms, quieter entrances, and a constant negotiation between family ties and institutional boundaries. For Sarah and Andrew, this season is not about celebration. It is about containment. Thank you for spending this time with me, and if you want more royal stories that look beyond the surface, please subscribe to the channel and like the video before you go. And goodbye. In palace life, doors remember, and at Christmas, they remember most of all.